Hey, I'm Jon Thelen, host of Lindy's Fish Head Television. I think one of my favorite times of the year to fish is in the fall. And I'll tell you why. Walleyes, in general, they're on the chew. I mean, they're chasing bait. They're coming out of deeper water where they've spent those last of the summer months, and they're moving into shallower water. And I mean, you look around today, it's chilly. But let me tell you something, the fish are biting. And they're biting in certain areas, and they're biting in certain areas for a reason. Let me explain the areas I'm looking for at this time of the year. I'm actually looking for neck down areas, areas that can be used as a highway for those walleyes to come out of that deep late summer haunt and move their way up into the shallows chasing minnows. Because what the trigger is in the fall is a lot of minnows spawn in the fall. So they come up to spawn, they follow those highways up into shallower water, and those walleyes are right behind them. My favorite highways are neck down areas, flat out. I mean, day in and day out, I can count on catching walleyes in those areas. A couple different ways to find them. One is you can use, vision. You can just visually see some areas that would be neck down areas. Back here behind me, I've got a spot where a point comes out and then the shoreline over there and up in through there, that's a neck down area up into that bay. But the hardest ones to find, or the ones that are most overlooked, because they're actually easy to find, are the ones I'm on right now. I've used my Lake Master map within my Humminbird unit, and I've actually just looked around this lake and looked for these areas. And what I have found is a spot right here where I got a weed bed over here, I got a weed bed over here, I got a hole back here, and there's a highway right up the middle of this that goes up into shallow water right around this island. There's walleyes all over this thing. It's crazy, because right back here is where they've been living all summer. So now all they got to do is follow this up, and you're going to get minnows spawning over here, you're going to get minnows over here, and you're going to get minnows up there. And you wouldn't find that without these maps. And that's what makes these Humminbird and Lake Master maps absolutely phenomenal. I mean, they're the best in the business for this reason. I can find this spot without having to rely on the visual on a shoreline. I can actually find this area. Now, there's a couple different ways I fish them. Number one, when I'm on a neck down like this, I'm going to run my follow the contour unit or function within my Humminbird unit and with my Minn Kota, and I'm gonna work my way all the way around that edge and then up through that side of this funnel or neck down area. Then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. The other thing you can do is you can use your autopilot function, and you can run this and just basically set that unit to go back and forth and actually checkerboard this thing until you figure out exactly where the fish are. So there's a couple different ways you can fish it using the one boat network from Humminbird and Minn Kota. I'm able to actually work this area over, work it with precision and catch fish. These are the most overlooked spots there are in the fall. Find some of these neck down areas. It's really easy to find when you look on your map and just zoom around, move around that lake. Once you find them, you're gonna find walleyes right behind them. Man, they're my favorite areas to fish in the fall.